Hello, today is Friday, July 31st, 2026, right? Uh, so it's the end of July. I only have to work until 4 p.m. today, then I'm free to enjoy my weekend. I'll be staying in Seoul at my dorm, and probably I will explore several places of Seoul and Incheon and Hwacheon where I lived there for 6 to 8 years in the past, and I will just relax and do some physical exercises and eat nice food and do a little bit of fasting maybe to reduce some weight around my waist. As with other days, let's learn more about Trump. I just saved this article while on my way to work. I am at my office at the meeting room where I am just secluded from others. I am the first one to come to work today that has come to work today, so I just use this meeting room to myself. I'm just relaxing with the socks off, putting my legs on chairs and desk, and sipping a Chinese 糯米香 tea. Mary Trump says Trump is showing signs of cognitive decline. Of course, 81 years old, right? The Daily Beast News. Donald Trump's mental decline is evident in his inability to read the room during public appearances, according to the 80-year-old's niece. Mary Trump, a 61-year-old psychologist and frequent critic of her uncle, appeared on an episode of Fast Politics hosted by Molly Jong-Fast. Wow, Molly Jong-Fast. To discuss the worrying trend of the president blurting out whatever comes to mind while delivering speeches. A pair cited an extraordinary moment on Tuesday, right? No, it doesn't just rotate, right? What is this button? Oh, link history, right? We clear all. Clear. I go back. Okay. The pair, Mary Trump, a 61-year-old psychologist and frequent critic of her uncle, appeared on an episode of Fast Politics hosted by Molly Jong-Fast to discuss the worrying trend of the president blurting out whatever comes to mind while delivering speeches, right? Blurting out. Delivering speeches, right? Blurting out, delivering speeches. The pair cited an extraordinary moment on Tuesday when Trump went off script while giving a eulogy at Lindsey Graham's funeral to needlessly state that not everybody liked the South Carolina senator. Yeah, he just he sometimes goes off script, right? Goes off script. That's good expression. Digress. In other words, digress. Or fly by his pants, right? Fly by his pants. Jong-Fast asked her guest whether the president has lost the ability to not say the quiet part out loud as he gets older. I think that Donald did have the ability to read the room better. She replied, he was good at pushing the envelope in ways that and then recalibrate in real time. Yeah, pushing the envelope, right? We need to push the envelope. Well, what's that expression? He was good at pushing the envelope in ways that and then recalibrate in real time. Mary Trump cited a time when her uncle praised the COVID-19 vaccine during a rally, but was then booed by sections of his MAGA supporters. As a result, we never heard him say that again, Mary Trump said. Now we are seeing that he does not have the ability to do that. What that means is he's losing impulse control, and there's a part of his overall cognitive decline, she added. Joan Fast then mentioned Trump's flop speech at the rearranged White House Correspondents' Dinner on July 24th, which the president failed to recover from after he really bombed while reading numerous unfunny jokes from a prepared speech. One of the jokes that landed completely flat was a vile jab at CNN's Caitlin Collins when he compared her to a transgender influencer, Dylan Mulvaney, who became a mega target after her partnership with Bud Light in 2023. Right? Partnership. One of the jokes that landed completely flat was a vile jab at CNN's Caitlin Collins when he compared her to transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney, who became a mega target after her partnership with Bud Light, right? Dylan Mulvaney is female. One of the jokes that landed completely flat was a vile jab, right? So we go and vile jab. I'll look for the vile jab later. And he didn't recalibrate. He just criticized the speech and kept going, Joan Fast said, and people were pretty shocked. Trump replied, when you've got this very old man who's clearly not doing well in every category of being human, psychologically, emotionally, cognitively, and physically, we shouldn't be shocked when he stands up in front of a room full of people to whom he is deeply hostile and again, right? And many of whom he is endangered with his rhetoric to read a speech he's never read before and had absolutely no hand in writing, and have him go off script, indulge his grievances, and not be able to process the fact that it's not working anymore. Right? Rhetoric. That's a Holly Hogan, right? She added that Trump's failure to realize he was bombing was also evident that the octogenarian president, octogenarian, right? Octogenarian president. Septuagenarian, octogenarian. I am 58 years old, so that would be, I don't know, quintagenarian, but octogenarian, right? Octogenarian. President told the same deeply unfunny joke 3 times about running again in 2028, despite being constitutionally barred from doing so. Yeah, he's just pushing the envelope in the wrong way, rubbing off people. He's bad in that. In response, White House spokesperson Davis Ingle told the Daily Beast, Mary Trump is a stone-old, sick loser who doesn't have a clue about anything. President Trump's sharpness, unmatched energy, and historic accessibility stand in stark contrast to what we saw during the last administration, when Democrats and their legacy media intentionally covered up Joe Biden's serious mental and physical decline from the American people. Yep, I didn't like Joe Biden because he looked a little bit strange, funny, cold, right? His smiles were fake, not genuine. And also he was very old and he couldn't read the room. He really loved smelling women from behind, right? Young and old. He was into girls, definitely. So that was a little bit strange. But Trump, he really grabs them by pussy, right? According per his statement, he really likes to chase women. He looks strong in bed, right? But some people said his penis is very tiny, but that's not important. And also, I think his penis is very big because Ivanka Melania, right? His current wife is the 4th or 6th wife, so he must be very strong, energetic in bed, but that's not the issue here. His cognitive decline maybe is declining, but so far he can perform the presidency without any problem. So that's okay, right? From this article, we learned several expressions, like one of his jokes that completely flopped flat on the floor was a vile joke. So we look for a vile joke. But before we do that, I'll let you know the meaning. Vile, poison, right? Not vile. So vile, filthy, repulsive, needy, morally depraved, of poor quality. Vile, right? Dirty, right? Dirty, filthy. You filthy animal, filthy, repulsive, needy, morally depraved, vile, bad, disgusting, a vile Jap. One of his jokes that completely went flop, or completely flopped flat, right? So we go back, and what else? Pushing the envelope. And what else? Octogenarian, the octogenarian president. One of the jokes that landed completely flat One of the jokes that landed completely flat was a vile jab at CNN's Caitlin Collins, right? Her partnership with Bud Light in 2023. Her partnership with Bud Light in 2023. One of the jokes that landed completely flat was a vile jab at CNN's. Pushing the envelope. Went off script. Blurting out whatever comes to mind while delivering speeches. Blurting out completely. That landed completely flat. Blurting out, delivering speeches, went off script, digress. Pushing the envelope. One of the jokes that landed completely flat was a vile jab at her partnership with Bud Light, octogenarian. Well, that's it. Have a great TGIF wherever you are, and please stay safe, get hydrated, and enjoy your life. I bless you.